Well, Sean Murphy through to a 6th UK Championship semi-final and, an emphatic victory.
Yeah, very, very pleased to get through. As Lucas showed a couple of weeks ago in Belfast, he's not to be messed with. I went all the way to Belfast for 8 points and a 4-frame loss. So I knew going into the match that I had to have my work cut out. I had to be on my A game and keep him in the long grass. And for the majority of the game, I managed to do that.
Does it give it a little bit of added spice for you when you have been on the wrong end of a pretty emphatic defeat like that in the previous couple of weeks?
Not really anymore. I mean, when I was younger, I would have been all about the revenge and, I want to beat you. But, I'm an old man now, and I'm just sort of at the stage of my career where I understand that all I can do is try my best. I'm not really in control of winning and losing when I'm out there playing. I'm just in control of trying my hardest and giving everything on every shot. That doesn't always get you the win. So today I won, but on another day, as I showed in Belfast, it can go horribly wrong.
Is it quite gratifying that some of your hard work from this season is paying off, because these are the positions we expect to see you reaching, the semi-finals, and that's what we've grown accustomed to watching in recent years?
Yeah, it's frustrating for sure, watching other players run off into the distance. I mean, Mark's nearly 2 years as #1 in the world, and he just churns out consistent performances week in, week out. It's very, very difficult watching from home, knowing you've been in an event and lost, but that's sport, and the skill is and the test is to go home, get back on the bike and keep going. And they say it's not about how hard you can hit, it's how hard you can get hit and keep going. So I'm still trying, still practicing, and very pleased to still be here.
What's your view on the fact that it's, in terms of the players who made it through to the quarter-finals, it's the established and old guard players getting through? Mark Williams in his 40s, John in his 40s, Ronnie in his 40s, Luca and Jamie Jones were really the exception. Jamie sort of 26, 27, Luca 21. How come it's the older players still once again getting to the business end of one of the sport's most important trophies?
I think because they know what it takes, and the game has expanded so much over the last few years, where everyone's in at the first round and 1 to 8 on the tour and all the rest of it, that it's given the players in their 40-somethings a chance to use all their incraft and all their experience to their advantage. They have all those years of experience that the young players don't. The young players pot these fantastic balls and go for their shots and make great century breaks, but the old players can stop them in their tracks, and that's the difference.
As we're talking at the moment, it's an epic ding-dong between John and Mark, two guys you know and respect and have played many, many times. Any preference at all as to who you take on in the semis? Because either man gets through, it's a cracking match.
No, to be quite honest with you, I hope they go one well into the night. I hope they get pulled off at 5-all and have to come back at midnight and declare a draw. A gentleman's half would be perfect for me, and if they could both withdraw from the event, that'd be perfect. But sure, seriously, both legends of the game. Mark is creating for himself a legacy in snooker that hasn't been seen many times. John is already a legend of snooker. So whichever one comes through, I better bring my A game.
Well done today, Sean. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, cheers.